Rather than United and Chelsea tomorrow night, United need just that singular point to get back into the Champions League next season. The speculation is over. It's not about what happens if there's... Listen, 1 point, done. That's it. 1 point. Now, it should be relatively simple. Isn't always the case, especially when you only need a point. I think the motivation's always off. If you just need a point, I think you can struggle with getting that. You should be able to go and put it on Chelsea and defeat them. The way they've been playing, the sort of shambles that they've been this season, the tactical wizardry of Frank Lampard that they've got at the wheel. They're playing for nothing other than pride and potentially position within the squad next season. But their season is absolutely coming to a fizzle. They don't have any hopes of European football, and I can't see them beating us at Old Trafford with how good our form's been. But I smell a draw in this one. And ultimately, you probably take that given the circumstances and knowing that come Sunday we can just relax and watch the game. And there's not really anything to play for other than, can we get over Newcastle and can we get into third? Chelsea coming to us after suffering a loss on the other side of town just last Sunday, drawing 2-2 against Forest. However, they did beat Bournemouth 3-1, quite convincingly, actually, in the game prior to Forest. And it's the first time they've won since early March, which was also 3-1. Against another bit of relegation fodder, really, in Leicester. In terms of how they played, Lampard has been experimenting with this absolutely monstrous squad, and recently he's been playing a 3-4-1-2. He did this against City, and the lineup was Kepa in net, Fofana, Silva, Chabla at centre-half. Azpilicueta was right-wing back with Enzo, Loftus-Cheek as the eights, and then a relatively new face in the Chelsea lineup was Lewis Hall playing as the left wing back, put Gallagher in the 10, and then went with Havertz and Sterling up top. Not a recognised striker, but two quite mobile and tricky players that have both played in that position previously, so not exactly something new for them. Trying to predict the lineup against United tomorrow night is much like drawing names out of a hat. So, and actually that goes with the formation because he's changed formation a lot. And the fact that he's changed the formation a lot tells me he doesn't have a clue how to get the best out of this Chelsea team. So I would expect another formational change as he comes to Old Trafford. And I think they'll go with 4-3-3. And I think it's probably going to be as follows. In terms of United 11, Marcus Rashford has returned back to training, but I don't think he risks him in this with the cup final on the horizon and us only needing a point. So I don't think Marcus makes a starting lineup. I think he features on the bench, though. Big Dave in net. I think it goes Wan-Bissaka. I think it'll be Varane and Maguire. I don't know why. It should be Lindelof. Why will it be Maguire? Just got a feeling. And Luke Shaw at left back. And honestly, playing Maguire at centre-half when you're probably not going to be up against a centre-forward at all is crazy, but I just got a feeling. Don't hate on me, I just got a feeling. Midfield, I think it'll be Casemiro and Eriksen with Bruno in the 10. And I think it'll be Anthony, Sancho, Martial. I think at the moment you're looking at whoever's fit is probably going to play at the moment. Why do I think Maguire's going to play over Lindelof? Again, that's not fitting in with the if you're fit, you play sort of mentality, but I just got this really sneaky suspicion that Maguire's going to play another game. And I think if he does play, it makes more sense for this to happen on Sunday for lots of reasons. I just got this real sneaky suspicion. And I think if he does play, it's going to confirm that he's leaving in the summer pretty much. Or that at least going to try and make him leave in the summer. In terms of how do you beat this Chelsea team, defensively, they're not very well organised. They got they were completely outplayed against City last week. And if we're being real, it was City's B team. It was City's B team and it was there for a party. And they still lost. They didn't spoil the party. They didn't even put up a fight. They've been so far off the pace. The motivation isn't there. When caretaker managers come in, you got a couple of jobs, right? You either come in and change the mood, or you come in and you by being like happy and carefree and Or the other option is you come in and you can be a complete and utter disciplinarian. Now, Frank Lampard didn't have the opportunity to do either of those because they'd already heard the message off him for when he was trying to be positive, and he doesn't really seem, at least on the outside, to have that disciplinarian streak in him or the complete tactical nous to be able to dominate and win a game with tactics. That being said, Manchester United just need to do what we have been doing at home for the entire season, and we pick up the 3 points. United need to take advantage of our fluid build-up play, and we need to look to dominate the ball the way I expect us to do so at home, and we need to continue to create the sheer volume of shots that we've had the last few games at home. If you do that against Chelsea, you're going to win the game by a comfortable margin. If we create lots of opportunities, we get the game won. If we dick about, this is a game we could end up drawing. Just because Lampard's that shit. But yeah, I think if you start creating lots of opportunities, you could brush them aside the way almost every team has brushed them aside this season. But there's a danger of us picking a draw up here as well. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Do you think he's going to play Maguire? Or am I just completely off my nut here? Let me know in the comments. I'll see you in the next one. Hey, thank you for watching the video. If you are new around these parts, then don't forget to subscribe. My channel is proudly supported by my community on Patreon. If you'd like to get a little bit of extra content, a Discord group, meetups, five-a-side games, weekly podcasts, behind the scenes, and even an occasional bit of transfer news as and when I get it, then for the price of a pint, you can show your appreciation for the content that we make and get some goodies for doing so as well. Check the link in the description or click the button right here. You'll also find all of my socials here too if you want to follow me on any of those platforms. Nice one.